Hello, YouTube. It's been a while. If you're new here, hi. My name's Abby. I'd be really surprised if this is the first video you're seeing. But to everyone that knows me, hi, hello. I am kind of missing you guys, so I'm debating coming back to YouTube, but I wanted to come on and give a little life update, especially for anyone who solely follows me here on YouTube. I haven't been on here in months. I uploaded a couple shorts, just kind of giving you our big news, life updates, that we moved to England, which I know is crazy, and I will get to that. But other than that, I really haven't posted in a long time. I think it's been like I think I posted one video 5 months ago, and then the rest have been 6 months ago, which was when Lola was first born. YouTube was time consuming before. It's incredibly time consuming since having a baby. And especially now that I live out in England, where it's just Connor and I. It isn't like I have like daycare or like a full-time grandma or anyone to help with Lola. So I've really taken a step back from YouTube. I feel like a lot of social media is shifting. I feel like a lot of people have pulled away from YouTube, even just over the last couple of years of, you know, people who would daily vlog and upload content every single day have moved to like once a week or once every other week. And YouTube has just very much slowed down from my perspective. And I think it's because it's so time consuming. You have apps like Instagram where you can do quick edit videos and make them into a reel, or you can be on Instagram stories, or you can post, which I hardly do, but I am on stories all the time. I make reels all the time. And then TikTok is basically the same as reels. It's just quick edit videos. And those are so much faster to film and edit and put together and throw out there that I feel like I can just like constantly be doing them. And those I can easily do on the daily, whereas YouTube just takes so much longer. So that's kind of why I stepped away from YouTube. It just was too time consuming, especially with a baby. And some of our last updates I had given on Lola, she was just in a difficult spot, and I was in a difficult spot as a mom. We were just very much adjusting, and I had not shared with you guys yet that we were moving to England, which we moved to England. So I just want to come on and give you guys some life updates. I'm not totally sure what coming back to YouTube is going to look like, if anything. I think it would be fun to do like one video a week, whether that's like the whole week in one vlog or just a day or whatever. But I think trying to do like one upload a week might work. Maybe, if that's something you guys would even be open to. I'd really appreciate if you could like comment down below, like this video, interact, DM me on Instagram, something to let me know that YouTube is something you guys still care about. Because if it's not, that's totally fine with me. I will stick to my Instagram and my TikTok. But if there are people out there that are like, no, I really miss the YouTube content, please let me know, because otherwise it just feels like kind of a waste to spend all this time to edit and put time toward, because it's a lot of work. He did move to England. I feel like job-wise, last you guys knew, Connor was applying for Austin Fire Department. He went down to Texas and interviewed for a job there and was moving forward in the process of potentially working there. He also had sent in applications for a couple places in Colorado, a couple places in California, because if you don't know, that's where he's from. And he was talking about getting out of the military, and we were pretty set on it, to be quite frank. And then we got orders. They reached out to Connor and basically said, you can either get out, and that's fine, or if you want to stay in and extend for a few more years, it's not a re-enlistment, it's just an extension, which they are different. If he chose to, they would send us to England. Now, you might recall, we actually got orders to England about 6 months prior to this. Connor had just gotten back from deployment. It was November of 2020, and they reached out to us the day that he landed in the United States. His supervisors reached out to him and said, hey, you got orders. Do you want to go to England? If you do, you have to extend, because we have to be able to serve so much time here based on his contract, like whatever amount of time he agrees to be here for, which it's set in stone. He doesn't get to choose. But if they say you have to be there for 3 years and he only has a year left in his military contract, he would have to extend to take it. And at the time, he was freshly, not even all the way home from deployment. They told him he had like 24 hours notice to decide, which is very much of the mindset of, no, absolutely not. Like, I'm getting out. The last thing I want to think about is traveling overseas. I just spent 7 months in Africa. It's been like a nightmare trying to get him home. So we just said like the timing doesn't feel right. He turned those down and was planning to get out. And then they came back to us in, I don't know, summer of 2021. but we had a lot longer to decide this time. So we really thought it through, and nothing was official. Although we agreed that that's what we wanted to do, we decided if it was coming up a second time, it kind of felt like a sign, like it was the right timing. We should just do it. You know, Lola's young, and obviously, like, we don't want to take a baby away from our family, of course, but we just felt like it was an opportunity we couldn't pass up. So we decided to do it. And like I said, nothing is set in stone for a long time. So nothing was permanent that we were moving until soon after having Lola, because all of our medical stuff had to be approved, everything from her birth, and like her medical records had to be sent out here to England, and the base had to review them and then approve us. In January, we moved to England, and if you want to follow me over on TikTok or Instagram, I have a whole bunch of content of like pictures and videos and things that I took documenting our whole process getting here. So if you are interested in seeing that, head over there. I could try and include like a couple things here on the screen, but yeah, we moved to England about 6 months ago and have been here since then and are just adjusting. We got a house, which is where I'm filming this now. Lola, her update, she's almost 8 months old. What's today? June 6th. She'll be 8 months tomorrow. Oh, she'll be 8 months old tomorrow. She's doing phenomenal. Last you guys heard, if you only follow me here on YouTube, then you probably don't know this, but her weight was something we were struggling deeply with. It was really difficult to get her to gain weight. We'd seen lactation consult and it was a whole mess. Essentially, long story short, I'm not gonna go through all the details, but prior to us leaving England, like literally 48 hours before we left, leaving to move to England, I had a conversation with my mom and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I was trying to pump all the time. I was hardly getting any milk out when I pumped. Anytime I even gave her my milk, she threw it up. She didn't really want to breastfeed anymore. And if she was, I just felt like she wasn't getting proper nutrition from it. It was just a nightmare and I was exhausted and mentally I was not okay. So I left all my pump equipment in the United States with my mom in case I need it in the future. But yeah, she is solely formula feeding and has been since then. And we are introducing solids now. We started that around 6 months. She's loving food. She'll eat just about anything. She wants to try everything. She definitely is more aware of when Connor and I are eating now and like wants to grab our food and take it and eat it herself. So she loves food. She's not yet crawling. She's not really scooting yet either. We're definitely still working on that, but tummy time's always been a struggle for her, so I'm not really shocked by that. She babbles all the time. She smiles, she can wave, she can clap. Yeah, she's doing great. She's doing great. And then as for me, I'm sure you guys are going to have nursing questions. I am not currently working as a nurse. I am actually looking into working as a school nurse on base, or at least volunteering, or not volunteering, doing substitute school nursing. So we'll see about that. There are a lot of nurses out here and hardly any of them are employed because it's just a process. It's a process to transfer your license to the UK. It is possible, but it's very expensive. You have to take a test. It's like a whole thing. And personally for me, it just doesn't feel worth it to do that. So that's just my decision. If you have specific questions on that, I'm happy to answer them. But basically, there's just a lot of factors that go into it, and it just doesn't feel worth it, especially with Lola and Connor working 48-hour shifts. It would just be a lot to manage. I'm not currently working. I've looked at substitute school nursing. I've applied for that, so we'll see on that. And then I'm actually currently looking at remote positions. I'm trying to see if maybe there's something I could find that I could do remote for the US from here. I don't really know. The time change to the East Coast is only 5 hours. So I feel like potentially if anyone would be open to that. But yeah, I'm not really sure. So as of right now, I've just been staying home with Lola and trying to do as much as I can for social media to make a little bit of money that way. But yeah, that's kind of the life update. I'm probably not open to giving a house tour, but I can definitely show you guys bits and pieces of the house just for safety. I don't like to do like the entire layout, but if that's anything you guys would like to see, that's pretty much my life update. I'm just kind of hanging and living in England now and not currently working as a nurse, but that's all right. So if you guys have any content you want to see, if you are interested in YouTube, if you'd like to see weekly vlogs or any of that stuff, please let me know, because I genuinely am undecided on if I'm going to come back to YouTube. So if you would like me to come back, I would like it to be like, I'd like to know that, versus if you're good with just TikTok and Instagram, that's fine too. But I wanted to post this update just in case anyone on here hasn't heard from me in a while, which you haven't, and wanted a little life update. And then if you don't know where to find me on social media, I'm going to put my names here on the screen for my Instagram and my TikTok, and you can follow me over there as well. But I hope you guys are having a good week. Happy June. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.